Hey guys, welcome back to the village. Now, today we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic. We're going to be looking at how we as Africans can start to take steps towards building our African languages. And today's topic is very important because by the time this video is going to be going up, it's going to be a mother tongue International Mother Tongue Day. It's an event that is typically hosted by UNESCO. It is an initiative that was presented to UNESCO by Bangladesh, and they officially adopted it in 1999. Now, when I was doing some research about this topic, I came across some very interesting facts. Did you know that globally 40% of the population does not have access to an education in a language they speak or understand? And also, Africa is said to be home to approximately 1/3 of the world's languages. So what does this mean? Especially even as we celebrate International Mother Tongue Day, if we do not put some effort towards rebuilding our languages and say we lose close to 1/3 of the world's languages, then is that the only loss that we will have to deal with? I'm thinking that if we do not invest heavily in our languages, we could easily lose our culture, our heritage, our traditions. It's pretty obvious that it's currently happening in some places in Africa. And also, it seems like there's this disconnect between people who've gone through the formal education system. For instance, many of them really do struggle to sort of like go back to the villages and take that knowledge that they have learned and use that knowledge to translate it to sort of like bring development in their indigenous roots or villages or homes. So I think many of us, because of our colonial history, are really struggling to understand how we can tap into our roots, how we can, for instance, use our indigenous languages to build ourselves. A few weeks ago, I actually did an article around how Harvard University has actually built one of the biggest African languages system. And I think if you scroll through the Harvard website, you'll actually be able to see that it's Africans who have actually done this. If you go to the website, it actually says here, a serious understanding of Africa begins with language study. Indigenous African languages serve as roadmaps to understand how social, political, and economic institutions and processes develop, from kinship structures, the evolution of political offices and trade relations, to the transfer of environmental knowledge. African languages are key to understanding how Africans understand, organize, and transmit essential knowledge to successive generations. All the African languages are important in regional commerce, governance, and development. So if this is the case, and you can see even Harvard understands this importance, that's why they took the time, they took the resources to actually build an entire program within their Ivy League school around African languages. And if you guys are interested in the video that I did about Harvard, I'll include a link in the description box and also in this video. Now, why is it that many of us Africans today struggle to embrace our African languages and use that in our education system, and to provide reading materials and educate and also integrate those languages in our education system and build a whole curriculum around this? I think many of us have bought into this fallacy that, almost the entire world is currently being run in English. And I saw this incredible article by ccjk.com, and they were actually looking at the statistics around English, how many people actually speak English. Now, some of the facts that I saw in this article is that in a world where we are approximately 7.8 billion people, only 4.9% of the people actually speak English, and this translates to 1,348 million. So this number is it tells a reality that many of us sort of like find it hard to sort of like understand, because I think with the whole marketing around English, and when you're conditioned with your education system as an African to just do English, then you start to revere that language as the main language, and you start to look down upon your very own language. Now, I know many countries, especially countries that were previously colonized by the British, who have been predominantly running the education system in English, are starting to change that. Countries like Uganda, as you can see from this website, countries like India, these countries are really trying to make a change. Even in their universities, they're trying to introduce non-English, and even in their primary level, they're trying to introduce non-English languages. I think it's important. I think when you're starting the movement towards change, you're going to look weird, and many people are not going to understand, and it takes time for that change to catch on. But I think this is an initiative that we as Africans should be passionate about, and we should take on, and we should do our best to actually rebuild our languages, because without us rebuilding the languages and finding ways to actually integrate these African languages into our education system, then we really stand to lose a lot. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about today's topic. Again, happy International Mother Tongue Day. Thank you again for always tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and leave a comment. Until next time, cheers.